Stud- Students, I'm going to teach you the fourth case in job sequencing when there are two jobs to be processed on m number of machines. Fine. So there are m number of machines, say capital A, capital B, capital C, and so on. Only two jobs are to be performed on these m machines. We have only two jobs and m number of machines. Fine. The technical ordering of each on m machines is known. The ordering of these machines is already given to you. That is, reordering is not permissible for either job. You cannot reorder yourself. This is already given to you. The processing time for the job 1 and job 2 are A1, B1, M1. This is for job 1. And similarly A2, B2, M2. This is for job 2. These are the machines having processing time A1, B1, M1 on job 1. And these are the times for job 2. Each machine can process one job at a time, and enough storage space for inventory process is available. If suppose problem is related to inventory, then enough space is available. Important is that every machine can process one job at a time. हर मशीन पे एक बार में एक ही जॉब होगी. Fine. Now the fifth one. The problem is to minimize total elapsed time, capital T. That is the time from the start of the first job to the completion of the last job. Fine. Now the sixth point is that the problem is solved by graphical method. So we will solve this problem by graphical method. What is the difference between this case and the previous cases? In previous cases, we are having generally two machines or three machines and number of jobs. However, here we have only two jobs, but machines are more than two, more than three, A, B, C, D, M. So this is the difference. Fine. So now here we will discuss this graphical method through an example. So calculate the minimum time required to process job 1 and job 2 on 5 machines A, B, C, D and E. So we are having 5 machines and 2 jobs problem. That is, for each machine specify the job which should be done first. So we have to specify that for each machine which job is done first. That means job 1 or job 2. Fine, on particular machine, and also total elapsed time to complete both jobs. Here is the data. This is for job 1. Job 1 we are having the sequence. The order of the machines is A, B, C, D and E. यानी जॉब 1 पहले A में होगी, फिर B में जाएगी, फिर C में जाएगी, फिर D में जाएगी, फिर E में आएगी. And these are the processing times, 6 hours, 8 hours, 4, 12, 4 respectively. Similarly, the job 2, the sequence is B, C, A, D, E. यानी जॉब 2 पहले B मशीन पे होगी, फिर C पे होगी, फिर A पे होगी, फिर D पे and then E पे. And these are the processing time. So this is the data. So now we will start the graphical method. So first step is take two axes or at right angles representing job 1 on horizontal axis. So job 1 is represented on horizontal axis and job 2 on vertical axis. Fine. Then lay out the machine times for two jobs in the corresponding axis in given technological order. Technological order is this: A, B, C, D, E. So this order should be maintained on horizontal axis, and B, C, A, D, E. This order is maintained on the vertical axis. How? So this is the graph. So if you will see here, job 1 machine A takes 6 hours. Fine. So this will take 6 hours. So that's why on the horizontal axis we have job 1, on the vertical axis we have job 2. So here starting machine is A and takes 6 hours, so 0 to 6. Mark this. Then second is 8 hours. 8 hours. So machine B will take 8 hours. So just add 8 hours from here. So 8 plus 6 is 14. So this, in this duration, B is, machine B processed job 1. Fine. Then C is 4 hours. So 14 plus 4 is 18. During this, machine C is in working state. Fine. Then 12 hours, fourth data. So 18 plus 12 is 30. So this is, in this duration, machine D is in working state. And then finally 4 hours. So 30 plus 4 is 34. So here we have E. So this is for job 1. Similarly we have for job 2. Starting machine is 10 hours. So 0 to 10 machine B. Then 8 hours. 8 hours. 10 plus 8 is 18. And in this, machine C is in working state. Then we have 6 hours. So 18 plus 6 is 24. So in this duration, A is in working state. And then 4 hours for D. So here we have 24 plus 4 is 28. And then finally 12 hours for E. So this is the marking. So first we have to mark these points. Fine. Now step number 2. Machine A requires 6 hours for job 1. Here 6 hours. And 6 hours for job 2. Here is A. Total duration is 6 hours. 24 minus 18 is 6 hours. Fine. So now construct the box. So just A is here. So construct this box. So construct this box. This is the intersection box, which is nothing but job A, machine A. Machine A. Similarly, here is B and here is B. So construct this box. Construct this box of this total length is here from here to 8 and this is also 10. So 10 by 8 rectangle. So just draw this. This is nothing but job B. Fine. Then here is C. Where is C? Here. So just take the intersection. So this will box represent nothing but machine C. So here is A. Here is B. This is C. Now here is D. So you can just find out the D. D is here. So the intersection is this. This represents D. And finally here is E. Here is E. So this is the intersection box. This represents E. So this is the overall. This is machine A, then B, C, D and E. Fine. Now, so similarly, construct rectangle squares for other machines B, C, D. So we have already done it. Now, step number 3. Make a path starting from origin O, this point, and consisting only of horizontal lines, vertical lines and 45-degree lines. Horizontal line, that means x-axis, represents work on job 1. Represents work on job 1 and job 2 is in ideal condition. Similarly, vertical lines, these lines represents work on job 2 and job 1 in ideal position. Here 45-degree lines represent simultaneous work on both jobs. Both are in working state up to the point mark finish. Fine. So we have to construct a path either following horizontal lines, vertical lines or 45-degree angle line. Fine. So let us construct the path. So start from here. So here, preferably, first draw the path. Just understand the step number 4. Find optimal path that minimize ideal time for the two jobs. Obviously, Such a path is one which consists mostly 45-degree lines. So we have to mostly focus on this 45-degree lines, because when 45-degree lines, since both jobs cannot be processed on the same machine. 45 means both the jobs are in working, both the jobs are simultaneously in working condition on any machine. This is the meaning. So we have to preference should be given to 45% degree line. So here start with 45. The here is 6, the distance is 6, here is 10. So just move 45-degree angle line. This is 45. So obviously this point is 6, because this is 6, so this should be 6. So here is 4 hours vertical line. Then we will reach to this point, which is 10 here. Now this distance is 46 and 14, so 8. This distance is 8. Fine. And this distance from 10 to 18 is also 8. So we can easily reach to this line if we follow 45-degree angle line, because we can easily move 45-degree line. Fine. Now from here, this distance is 4. 14 and 18 difference is 4. However, this difference, that means this difference or this difference is 24 and 18, 6. So if we follow the path, then we will move to this point only. Fine. This. So here this is 4. This is total 18. 18 plus 4 is 22. So this point is 22. That means this point is 22. Now we have to follow if you will follow this path here to here, then you have to follow this path from here to here. This is an alternate way. But here we will move in the vertical line. This. So after this we have to move in the word. So fine. So we will reach to this point, and this point is 28 here. Then this distance is how much? 18 and 30, 12. This distance is also 12. So that's why you can directly move to this 45-degree angle. And then finally you will move to here. This is one way. Another alternate path is that you just continue here, you will move here, then 45-degree angle here, then here, and then finally move to here. This is an alternate way. Fine. So this is the alternate solution, but this is the solution. Now after, I think you understand it. So now steps elapsed time is obtained by adding the ideal time for either job to its total processing time. What is the ideal time? Let us see. This is the ideal time for job 1. This is the ideal time for job 1. Similarly, this is the ideal time for job 2, because this is in horizontal. So there is no variation on the y-axis. Similarly here, there is no variation on the x-axis. So that's why this is ideal. This is ideal for job 1. Fine. Now at this point you can see that here we have 34, and at the same time here is 40. Fine. So now we are moving in this way. This is the path. Now find out the ideal time. So next step is here in this 5th step, find the elapsed time. So for this, first you have to find out the ideal time. So ideal time for job 2. Job 2. So job 2 is, that means you have to find out the horizontal line. Path where we are moving in the horizontal line, and this is the only section. Here there is no horizontal line, there is no horizontal line, there is no horizontal, only this is the horizontal line. The distance is from here to here is 30 to 34. So this is 4 hours. Now find out the ideal time for job 1. That means vertical lines. Here is the vertical line. The distance is here. This is 6. So this point is obviously 6. 6 to 4. That means 4 hours. 6 to 10. 4 hours. And here this point is 22. And last point is 28. The distance is 6. So 6 is equals to 10. 28 to 28. The 22 to 28. The distance is 6. Plus 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. So this is the ideal time. Now the total elapsed time for job 1. So this is the job 1. Finish point is 34. So processing time is 34 plus ideal time. Ideal time is 10 hours. This is 44. Similarly, total elapsed time for job 2. For job 2, last is 40. So this is 40 plus ideal time is 4. So this is also 40. So they should be same. They should be same. They should finish at the same time. So here is 44, here is 41. So this is okay. Now the two jobs are done as follows. What will be the sequence? That means which job proceed first on machine A and so on. So here is the solution. So now job, this is the graph. So we will use this graph. Now you can see that this is the job A. This is the job A. Here is job B. So that's why we can say that job 1 proceeds first on machine A. So that's why here we can say that job 1 proceeds job 2 on machine A. बिकॉज ये पहले हो रही है, ए जॉब पहले हो रही है मशीन, ये जॉब 1 जो है मशीन ए पे पहले हो रही है, यहाँ पे बाद में है, 18 से स्टार्ट हो रही है, यहाँ 0 से स्टार्ट हो रही है. दैट्स वाई. फाइन. नाउ फाइंड आउट जॉब मशीन बी. बी इज दिस. हियर बी स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम 6. however here on the y axis b starts from 0. so obviously job 2 proceeds job 1 on machine B. इसका मतलब बी मशीन जॉब 2 जो है वो पहले हो जा रही है बी मशीन पे, क्योंकि ये 0 से स्टार्ट होगी, ये 6 से स्टार्ट होगी, तो ये पहले होगी, ये बाद में होगी. सो जॉब 2 प्रोसीड्स जॉब 1 ऑन मशीन बी. नाउ सी machine C, here starts from 14 and here starts from 10. So obviously job 2 proceeds job 1 on machine C. So job 2 proceeds job 1 on machine C. Fine. Similarly D. D starts from 18. However here D starts from 24. So obviously job 1 proceeds job 2. So job 1 proceeds job 2 on machine D. Fine. And now the last E. E starts from 30. Here E starts from 28. So that's why job 2 proceeds job 1 on machine E. So this is the sequence. This is the sequence. Fine. So try to solve another questions and I will give you assignment to solve it. Fine. For more practice. Thank you.